Yeah, really proud of everybody. Players, front office, coaching staff, everybody that's involved, supporters, fans. Like, really good night, special night. We talked about as a team, making it a night to remember, um, and putting a gap between us and them, um, bigger gap. So, yeah, we felt like we achieved it. But so many people put in so much work until this day. Honestly, that last little bit made me really uncomfortable. Like, I didn't want to, I didn't want to be in front of the fans grabbing the thing. But yeah, it was nice. So yeah, it was, but a good win. Yeah, against a local rival. So it's really important in the grand scheme of what we want to be at the end of the season to put space between us and them.
Coach, how are rivalries made? I mean, you can kind of manufacture, but how do you create a real rivalry? Obviously, location helps, but how do you get this thing to be real, to make it that both sides are kind of view it that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's for the supporters and the fans. Like, I think our fans showed up. They had some show up, but they were clearly outnumbered, clearly out-noised. Is that a word? I don't know. But yeah, we definitely made more noise than they did. So I think it'll happen organically. You know, on the field you can do things to make it feistier, but I want our players to behave in the correct way, like not do silly things to stoke the fire, like just beat them with the way we play.
And kind of bouncing off that, obviously it seems like fans make a lot of the rivalry, but out on the pitch, do you kind of see the same feistiness, or do you think there's still kind of that familiarity that needs to be grown for it to be a true rivalry?
Honestly, I think the two games that we played, it wasn't that feisty. I think you had a couple of moments. Our preseason game we played them was way feistier, like than the two games. So obviously it's a lot more on the line, TV cameras, and people can get suspended if they do stupid things. So I think both teams behaved in the way. Just let the football be the rivalry. Like I think that's enough.
What's the difference between the first half and the second half tonight? It seemed like in that second half, you guys caught Hartford flat, and it just seemed like they were never able to recover, especially during your counterattacks. It just seemed like you were able to open them up, and they just never could get comfortable and just looked different from how they were set up in the first half.
Yeah, I think definitely in the second half we came out, had more control. I think they had more towards the end of the first half, so it felt like we went in, the guys were down. They were like, come on, we have to do better. But I thought we started the game like in control, and then naturally a goal is scored. Like they kind of grabbed control of the game and took a little bit of momentum from us. So ended the half with more of the ball, but I think overall, I think we were in control of the game.
Were you surprised that they were able to gain that momentum after you guys were able to go up 1-0? And it seemed like that would have been a great opportunity where it seemed like in any moment a team like that could have just fallen behind it. Just they didn't let the moment get to them. It seemed like they were able to kind of, like you said, take control of the game back a little bit, even though we're up 1-0.
Yeah, that's Brendan's teams. Like Brendan's teams are high energy. They always compete and never give up. So I also think it's just natural. Human beings react normally to the same things. Like we score naturally. We didn't ask them to drop off, but they did, and naturally they get a lift. So they're like, okay, all right, we got to go. So naturally, I think that's natural occurrence in the game.
Coach, the goals aren't unusual for this club, having scored multiple goals in almost 9 games continuously, but clean sheets are farther and fewer between. It's been 6 games since the last clean sheet, and at that one it was against the last place, El Paso Locomotive. This one has more merit to it because of who you're playing against. Can you kind of talk us through the importance of that defensive change and seeing that part of the result on the night?
Yeah, that's probably what makes me most proud. I always feel like we're going to score, but we noticed that and we talked about it as a group. Like last time we had a shutout was against El Paso. Again, if we want to be a really good team, you can't go 7-8 games without stopping the opposition from scoring. Like we need to stop them from scoring, to give ourselves a chance. At times it's too open. So yeah, really, really proud that it was a shutout.
Was part of the contribution of that Zachary Haribo getting his first start with the squad, and also newcomer Morris Dugan getting his first minutes with the club in a substitution role?
Yeah, honestly, I think everybody played the role. We talk about defending as a team, attacking as a team. It starts with Albert, it starts with Mark, starts with Noah. Like them defending first, and it makes everybody else's life behind the ball easier. But yeah, Zach adds different qualities to the team. In possession, we had to manage him 3 games in a week. I know he wanted to start it earlier, but the guy's been out for a very long time, so we had to manage him the right way. And you saw towards the end of the game, he started cramping, so we have to just be really, really careful with him. But yeah, Morris adds added quality defensively. You saw how calm he was. I think he won every header he went up for in possession. I don't think he gave the ball away. So yeah, he's an excellent addition to the group.
Coach, can you comment? Obviously, at the start of the 11, they held up Isaac's jersey. Upon the first goal, they also held up the jersey. Can you comment on Isaac's status and his injury?
So yeah, Isaac sustained an injury in the Detroit game. We're waiting for feedback of what it's going to be, but it doesn't look good. So,
do you expect him to return this season?
I'm not a medical professional. I will leave that to the medical professionals, and I think at some point we're gonna put out a statement of after we get back the results of everything, all the scans and stuff he went through.
We'll take a couple more if you guys have them.
You mentioned out there, kind of a post-game interview, you mentioned how you kind of joke with Igor about how he's been able to pick up so many assists. How do you assess the performance this season? And obviously, you like your striker to score goals. What was it kind of like getting to see him get involved in that aspect of the game?
His performance, Albert's performance. Yeah, I mean, look, we want to develop players and make them better. It's really hard to make a guy that scored 20 goals last year and be the MVP. It's hard to make him better. But he always works hard for the team. He's always one of the hardest working players. Like we said, the front guys have to start defending first, and that's clear to see. So even, he's not going to score every game. He had a really good chance today to score. But yeah, if he misses that chance and he doesn't work hard, then you have a real problem. But that's life. That's the game. They're going to miss attempts, and he's going to score for us when it matters.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Now climbing up to 5th place, shutout as well. What is the message to you guys to make sure that that's not climbing too high on their heads, looking at the next couple of games, especially as we try to keep up and stay ahead?
Yeah, I think we do a good job of keeping them humble. We haven't done anything. We haven't done anything yet. We have a lot more goals that we want to achieve, and nobody's satisfied with where we are. Yeah, ultimately, obviously we look at the standings, but that can't be all we focus on, and that's all we're about. Like, we have to get better and improve, make the club better. Like, the club needs to be in a better position next year than we are now. So obviously with the big building coming on board, that's easy, but internally we need to do more to make ourselves better.
You just named USL Championship Coach of the Month. Congratulations. You also had, but this year you've also had guys 17 different times named to Team of the Week. I think Coach of the Week at one point. What does it just say about a group like this? It's your first year in the league, and you're getting so much recognition from the league. But what does it just say about the way this group is built?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that, we really tried to focus on having good people in the building and good people that compete hard, and I felt like we built a good locker room. Obviously, it took them time to gel and grow, but yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get recognized. Like I said, that stuff makes me uncomfortable, but like I'm happy for the guys to get recognized, and we know we have good players, so now other people start to notice. So it's nice.
Is this process further along than where you'd expected things to be? Is it right where you expected it to be? I mean, it's just sit 5th place in the league again, first-year team, and you're right there on the cusp of hosting a whole playoff game. Like, how does this meet what your expectations you thought they would be when you first came into the season?
Yeah, I think we could be a lot better. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. The league got better. We built a team that just could be able to compete and play at a high level in this league. It's a difficult league, but the league's volatile. Like, teams go unbeaten for 10 games and they don't win for 10 games. So we're trying to stay consistent. The best teams in this league are consistent. Louisville, Tampa, Charleston. Like, they're consistent. They're always there. So that's what we need to strive for.
Have these kind of games when you have derbies. It doesn't matter where is the derby. I'm from Spain. If I play derbies in Spain, if I play derbies here, always a derby is so special. But even more for a club that is expansion club this year, our first home derby ever, and beat them 3-0. I think it's.
Did you feel it though? Did you feel it was a little different?
For sure, it's different. It's special. I cannot say to you why it's different. I can only say that it's special. It's special. The field is different. The crowd today was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. People was supporting us. Always they support us, but today was incredible. Since not the beginning of the game, before the game. So yeah, I think it was special for everybody, for people that was on and off the pitch, for the club, for the fans, for the city, for the states, for everybody. And I think everybody today deserve everything that we watch out there. So we are very, very happy.
Okay, how important or how magical was it for you to get a clean sheet in front of your dad as he came out to visit you?
Today everything was perfect. So Jeff, if I talk about me today, first derby at home, beat them, clean sheet. My dad in the stands, my wife with the baby that we are expecting. Everybody was there. Missing obviously my mom and me and my brothers, but part of my family was here. And if today only the game was special, even more for me with my people in the stands and getting a clean sheet. But credit to the team, because it's impossible get a clean sheet or beat a team if you don't have people in front of you as a goalkeeper, in the bench, in the stands, people that is injury, people that today for some reasons is not in the 18. The staff, everybody that we have Sabina here that works for the club, everybody did the job today. Everybody was doing perfect in their role, so everything matters. And today we saw out there.
Speaking of the defenders in front of you, you got the first chance to play with Boris Dugan. What was it like seeing him on the field? What new things was he contributing on that defender role to help you with that clean sheet?
Well, I think was the first game. He only trained with us one day, so it's very, very early for say something. But for sure, he's a player with a great level. He's young. His left foot that can help us a lot in the build-out. So yeah, one more option for the coach and one more problem for the coach. So, but it's always great to have these problems. So probably if you bring here Cano, he's gonna say, "I'm happy to have this problem." So yeah, great player, great guy so far. So hopefully he can bring us his quality and he's hungry for everything. No?
It's been 6 games since you had a clean sheet the last time against El Paso Locomotive. What has changed with this squad? We've seen all the goals happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like defensively, it hasn't been there yet. Obviously, that's not the case now going up against one of the most important games of the year. What's been changing over these last 8-9 games that have gotten you to this next clean sheet?
I think it's adaptation. We are an expansion team. Everybody come from different teams. Everybody was in a different culture. So come here, adapt ourselves to play together, to do everything that the staff expect that we can do. Play in a new stadium that even that they are treating us, Brian, amazing. It's not our home. We are so happy and looking forward to have our stadium next year too. So it needs time. It needs time, and I think it's normal to have this progress during the season. So I think we are in our best moment so far, with too many games doing really good. Probably except last game in Indy that we lost, but even this, all the last 9-10 games were very good. The balance is very positive. So we have to take this for keep moving forward and hopefully bring more nights like today.
Can you take me through your playing? I've never seen a goalie 50 yards away from his goal as often as you are. Are you ever nervous about that? I mean, I get nervous for you when I'm out there. How do you have the confidence to do that, to be that far out, to know that I don't know how you do it.
I mean, I think my wife say the same as you. So she's very nervous. She's very nervous when she sees me so high on the pitch.
You must have given up a goal from your own half at some point doing that.
I mean, when you take a risk, as I take with this position, you are giving them an option.
Sure.
But at the same time, I think because the kind of goalie that I am, I can help the team more being higher in the pitch than being on the goal.
Yeah.
So, as same as I did before, this is a process. Now we know better each other. They know me that I like to play with my feet higher on the pitch, and they create those space for me, for be between central backs and
Did that
everything.
take time for the center backs to realize, oh crap, he's right behind me? that
For
he's-
sure, for sure. In my last team, we play in this way, but after 2 years, everybody know perfect each other and was normal. But in the first part of the season, even that was the thing that we wanted to do. It takes time. It takes time for people that never played before this system or with goalies that take a position very high. I always say that in this league we have a very good level of players, of goalkeepers, and probably everybody can do this. But the only thing that could be different right now is I'm brave. I'm brave to do it. So I have no problem. I have.
Are they getting there to understand how you play? Is it getting there? I'm sure it's not 100%
Yeah,
yet. But
yeah.
figuring it out?
We are close to understand really good each other, and yeah, now with Morris that you guys asked about him before, is something that maybe he has to start to learn about us, so that we like to play in this way. So yeah, I think it's normal that you are afraid sometimes when seeing the pitch so high, but we are ready for this. I love to do this. I love my job. I love the role of goalkeeper as I do. But again, that will be impossible
Have
without
you
the
ever
team.
given up a goal from the other side of the path?
No, never.
It's never happened.
No, I don't remember right now. But in America, never. And in Spain, I don't think so because I play only a little bit. So I was always in the bench. So no.
You've got a big game. Oh, go ahead.
Ok, el falso 9. ¿Qué se siente jugar un derbi?
Como he dicho antes, para otros compañeros el derbi se siente especial, eso es diferente, no te puedo decir exactamente el porqué, pero es muy emotivo, ¿no? Teníamos hoy las gradas llenas, no quedaban más tickets a la venta, para mí tenía mi familia en las gradas, dejando la portería a cero, todo salió mejor de lo que soñábamos, o sea que muy especial.
Cuando viniste aquí a rodar en el RIFC, un nuevo aire, una nueva franquicia, ¿qué te hizo decir sí a este equipo?
Pues el que fuese una franquicia nueva era algo muy importante para mí porque tenía la posibilidad de traer mi experiencia, de traer los valores que yo creo y considero que son importantes para un club, y a mí el construir algo desde cero en el que realmente pueda tener un impacto no solo en el campo sino fuera de él con la comunidad era algo que me hacía especial ilusión. Entonces yo creo que esas fueron las cosas que más me llamaron la atención para venir aquí.
Llevas el tapete de capitán, obviamente la gente te quiere mucho. ¿Cómo aportas con tus compañeros? ¿Cómo los motivas y cómo te llevas con ellos?
Yo intento hacer siempre todo lo mejor posible, traer mi mejor energía siempre, pero al final crédito para el equipo, porque esto no es de una persona que hoy es capitán y marca diferencia, o sea, esto es un equipo que hay veces que yo no estoy tan bien y ellos son los que me motivan a mí. Entonces, soy capitán porque uno tiene que ser capitán, porque quizás fui el primero en llegar, pero es que tenemos ahí dentro otros 20 no sé cuántos jugadores que podrían ser perfectamente capitanes, porque traen también siempre la misma energía. Así que, bueno, algo de todos.
¿Algo que quieras decirle a la comunidad hispana que siempre te apoya?
Pues que muchísimas gracias hasta ahora por todo el apoyo que me habéis brindado, que es muy especial, y que ojalá sigamos con este proceso y este progreso que el equipo está teniendo para cada vez pues, tener más alegría juntos. Que sigan apoyándonos como lo hacen y que muchas gracias.
Felicidades por tu...
Gracias.
Ok, felicidades.
Gracias.
¿Qué le dices a los muchachos para que siga esta forma? Están sumando. ¿Qué le dices a los muchachos capitán?
Para mí ahora mismo lo más importante cuando por fin conseguimos entrar en una dinámica positiva, para mí lo importante es que la gente siga valorando cada detalle, que no vengamos arriba, eso es lo más importante como grupo, que sigamos siendo humildes, que sigamos teniendo los pies en el suelo y que a partir de ahí que disfruten, que sean ellos mismos, que se suelten en el campo, que todo fluya, eso es para mí lo más importante y creo que estamos ahora mismo en ese momento. Gracias.
Bueno, me siento feliz por la cantidad de fanáticos que había en el estadio y eso es bueno, el apoyo que estamos recibiendo y más en un derbi y eso nos da energía siempre para salir a buscar el resultado que hoy se consiguió.
Mentalmente, ¿cómo te preparas cada vez que juegas en frente de esta multitud?
Bueno, siempre me preparo bien, eso lo trabajamos durante la semana, pero siempre me preparo bien, siempre tranquilo sin presión ninguna y salir a hacer lo que me gusta, que es jugar fútbol y disfrutar.
¿Cómo te llevas con tus compañeros? Obviamente quizás ves que la comunidad obviamente apoya, obviamente al ver la gente hispana, un jugador hispano se siente más en comunicación, por decirlo así, representando la comunidad hispana. ¿Qué significa para vos el ser parte de este equipo y saber de que representas a la comunidad hispana?
Bueno, con mis compañeros me llevo súper bien, ya que siempre estamos ahí enseñando. Yo les enseño un poco de español, ellos me enseñan inglés y es bueno estar aquí y ser uno de los hispanos representando a los latinos y me siento súper bien con ellos. Siempre me escogieron como soy sin saber tanto inglés y eso se siente orgulloso, igual que los fanáticos.